I'm super excited.
Here we go, guys. Pork belly street tacos. Here we go. Kicking off, guys. So we are going to use the best pork on the planet, which is Prairie Fresh pork. You can see that marbling coming through this. So the pork belly comes from the belly of the pig, right below the ribs. So when you get spare ribs, they're going to be right here on top. So when they cut them at the butcher, they separate the ribs from that, and then you get pork belly, which is beautiful. So a lot of times people tell you cook pork belly like you would cook a rack of ribs. A lot of same flavors work really well on it. So good marbling. We only use Prairie Fresh, of course. What we're going to do is we're going to get this thing opened up, cut it in half, get it seasoned up, get her on the Hurtado smoke box by Hooray. All right, man. It's a good looking piece of pork. So when I do this, I'm just going to go right down the center. I'm going to cut her in half. Get two separate pieces. I'm going to put them in a foil pan. And on this foil pan, what I've done is I've got a little baking rack in them. They make racks for these small foil pans and for the larger foil pans. Get a rack to put them in there. I'm going to raise it up off the bottom of this pan. I don't want that fat to sit in the fat that's going to render off the bottom of this pork belly. It's going to sizzle. I don't really want to do that. I want to lift it up. So also, once you get these racks, a little life hack, wife will love you. Spray some Pam or some cooking oil on it so it doesn't stick. For the rubs, going to use a little Smokin' Magic rib rub. And we're going to put the base layer of Smokin' Magic pork rub. Now guys, these two really work well together. Anything pork, this combination is dynamite on pork. Going to go with a pretty heavy dose of the pork rub across the top. And you'll see throughout the cook as I open up the smoker and show you, this pork rub is going to bring the color. I mean, it's going to look like lipstick. She's going to be so red and beautiful. Then I'm going to put that rib rub right over the top. And as you can see, that rib rub is going to bring that pepper in. It's going to bring a little bit of heat. Let's get it going. All right, guys, time to get lit on the pit. Let's go. The Hurtado smoke box. This is one of my favorite grills. This thing is an absolute tank. We have cooked so much off this thing. It's like the Swiss Army knife of smokers, grills, whatever. So I'm going to put them on there. I'm running about 325 is where I like to run on this. Going to close the lid, get to going. Catch you in a little bit.
All right, guys, so Brad's got his pork belly on, smoking right now for those yummy pork belly street tacos. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting prepped for the wrap stage. So not much is needed for the prep. I'm going to do 1 jalapeno per strip of pork belly. They're going to be cut up fresh here. So all I'm going to do is cut off the ends here, leave the membrane and the stems in there, slice them up. When you cook these, the heat will cook down on these, along with, we're going to end up putting 1 can of pineapple chunks drained or split between those two wraps of pork belly. And the sweetness from those pineapples, plus all the yummy goodness that we're going to add into that wrap with these jalapenos will tame these down. So no worry about the jalapenos being too spicy. So like I said, here's our pineapple chunks. Make sure to drain them. And now the wrap's ready to go.
Now it's time to wrap our street tacos. Let's see what these pork bellies look like. You hear that sizzle?
Oh yeah, baby.
They sound great. So we're gonna pull these off. Probably need something to put them on for heat.
Sizzle, baby, sizzle.
So that Hurtado has done a great job of getting these ready to wrap. First thing we do, we're gonna lay down 1 stick of butter, cut in half. We have 2 pieces of foil, cut to length. I'm gonna take one of these pork bellies. Look at that. So what we're looking for before we wrap is to make sure that rub is set. You can see I can sit there and just tap away at it. That rub is set. We'll get in a little close up right there. Whoa, pretty cool shit, huh? So pork belly goes on the butter. Next step, you can take some pineapple, fresh chunk pineapple. We choose Dole. Choose what you like. Chunk of pineapple, about half a can.
We have used fresh before, but we actually prefer the canned for the wrap.
Jalapenos. Bree sliced these up earlier. Full sliced jalapenos. Leave the seeds, membrane, all that in. Head Country apple habanero sauce. This is key. You do not want to miss this in this. So I'm going to put about a half a bottle on this. Good flavor. You'll thank me later. Southern twang. It's a twang thing. Hashtag that shit. About half a bottle.
And the secret sauce.
This isn't, like she said, this is the secret. This is blueberry maple syrup. Not just any blueberry maple syrup. We don't want to go get Mrs. Butterworth's. We're using Maple Grove blueberry syrup. It is a grade A maple syrup with some blueberry flavoring in it because it is so good. So we're going to give it about half a bottle. We're going to go with halves today. We're doing half a bottle of everything. Look at that. Oof. Wish this was smell-o-vision because it smells so good. Sugar in the raw. I'm going to call that about a quarter cup. I'm just going to take it, sprinkle it over the top.
And why do we like to use turbinado, hon?
Because it's a high temp sugar. Kind of like you.
Mwah.
All right, wrap her up tight. And when I do these, I set them back in the pan in case there's any leakage. And we're all good. We don't make a mess in our pit. Bring it back when we get done. It's time. I think they're done. Let's check them. Pork belly. Is it probe tender? Let's find out. We'll take our temp gun. Oh yeah. Feel those. Wow.
I think we need a close-up of that, babe.
Let's do
Let
it.
everybody see it. Oh, man. Woo.
They are just probing great.
Like butter.
It's exactly what we're looking for. All right, so what we're gonna do here, push all the jalapenos and the pineapple off the top here. And I'm gonna pull this pork belly out of the wrap. I'll put it over here. I'm going to get this pork belly ready for the tacos. Now there's a big dispute in this house between shredded or cubed. I'm going to give in this time and we're gonna do cubed.
Cube's the best.
Do what you like, but she likes cubed, I like shredded. But we're gonna do cubed today. What I'm gonna do is just really just like 1/8 inch cubes. What do you say? Should we give her a taste? Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
But look at that pork belly right there.
That's beautiful, baby.
It looks like it should be shredded.
Looks like it should be cubed. Okay, while he's cubing up that pork, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the pineapple and the jalapenos out of all the juice. I'm going to leave some of the juice in there, but we don't need all of it. But the pineapple and the jalapenos are fantastic once you are building your taco. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I will say we have made these for some of our barbecue friends that have come over, and there was absolutely nothing left, and this has been one of their most favorite things when they're over here. They're one of my most favorite things that we make. I love them.
There you go. Now it's time to warm the tortillas. Now it's time to convert this smoke box from a smoker into a griddle so we can get our tortillas ready to go. Let's open her up and do it. Ah, look at that. Woo! All right, so we're gonna take the grate out that we've been smoking on. And then we're gonna take this heavy piece of steel, put it in its place. And now we have a griddle. We're gonna let that get hot, and then we're gonna start running some tortillas on it. We've got the flat top on the hurtado. I'm gonna put some white corn tortillas on there, because that's our favorite for when it comes to street tacos. Set them out here. While I'm doing this, Bree's gonna be setting up for tacos.
All right. So we have some homemade guacamole. We're gonna do a little bit of that on our plate here. We did a recipe. We have a recipe on our YouTube for this guacamole. It's one of my favorites. So we've got a little bit of guacamole there. We have some fresh homemade pico de gallo. So here's our pico. We made that earlier today, kind of gave it time to set. Also, our recipes on the YouTube channel for the pico as well. Got to make sure you're all taken care of so you guys know how to replicate this meal at home. And guys, if you're getting into the meal and you have a question, reach out to us. We would love to hear your thoughts, how it turned out, what you think about it, and share pictures. We love pictures. All right, now we have some homemade Spanish rice here that we made with our Bloody Mary mix. It is fantastic. I'm gonna set some of that up in here.
It's pretty good.
So the Bloody Mary in here just really gives it a little extra kick as well. Setting us up 2 separate spaces because, you know, Brad really likes this rice and I would like to have some with my tacos. So he's gonna have his side and I'm gonna have my side. When I build these tacos, we've got some grated cotija cheese. This is a must. This is a make or break for me personally with these tacos. Would you stop? All right, are you ready yet?
Perfection takes time.
So normally when we make these street tacos, the pork belly street tacos, we like to double up the corn tortillas for each one, just because the corn tortillas are a little bit easier to break, I guess. So having 2 of them gives you less chance of that. Woohoo! All right, now, thank you, hon. Take some of this delicious pork belly that we cooked up earlier. Then I'm gonna take some of these pineapples and jalapenos that I strained out of the wrap there. And I'm gonna place these on here so that you get some in each bite. You can do however much you like. This is like one of my most favorite parts is the pineapple and the jalapenos. It's so good. A little bit of pico on the top there. Now we're gonna do some cotija cheese. So I'm gonna sprinkle that. I like a lot of cheese. If you know me, cheese is my favorite food. Is it time for us to eat it yet?
It's taco time.
Oh, you know what? We need silverware.
What?
Yeah.
You eat tacos with your hands.
Correct, but not the pico and the rice. You might not need silverware, but I need silverware. I'm super excited.
Here we go, guys. Pork belly street tacos.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can get my mouth around all this. All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's so good.
This is ridiculous, guys.
Oh, so good. Oh, so wish you guys could be here. Thanks for watching.